the mismatch of the offensive defensive line against a banged-up Central Mountain team. They come in banged up.
Yeah, you look at the disparity, the discrepancy between the lines. You know, Prep outweighs them by about 20 pounds per man, and they're about 2 inches taller. Both of those are very significant stats.
Of course, another stat, too, when they played McDowell on the ground, they gained over 400 and some yards rushing, so that's going to be a key tonight. Can they stop the rushing game of Prep?
Be interesting what both coaches have to say. You'll have them a little bit later. We turn now to Gary Drabshaw. Gary, this is a team that had to make about a 5-hour trip here. They're 2-2, and boy, talk about out of the frying pan into the fire. This is not an easy task for anyone.
No, it isn't. And the fact, Steve, that they also were at McDowell 2 or 3 weeks ago. So this is the second time they've had to make that 5-6 hour trip up here to Erie. It doesn't help them, especially this early in the season. They might be a little bit worn out by this point.
It's interesting when you listen to Prep head coach Mike Mishler. He talks about depth and the lack of it, but I think 1 through 30, they might be the most talented team that this area has seen in a long time.
I mean, you go back to last year and the team they had last year, they were able to score from anywhere on the field. They were able to hold teams down without touchdowns and virtually shut their other offense down. They're doing the same thing this year. So, despite what Mike Mishler is saying, this is basically as talented a team as there was last year.
Yeah, he's got that Lou Holtz crying
Absolutely
thing down
right.
pat. When we come back, we'll hear from Prep head coach Mike Mishler and also the head coach from Central Mountain. Our pregame show continues. Prep and Central Mountain from the stadium, live here on the Image Sports Network. Stay with us.
Conway and O'Malley Goodyear.
Go where you wanna go.
Did you know Conway and O'Malley Goodyear is a full-service auto repair center with ASE certified master technicians? Bring your car to Conway and O'Malley Goodyear and they'll fix it right the first time. Plus, there's quality Goodyear tires to fit any budget.
From tires to tune-ups, come see the car care professionals at Conway O'Malley Goodyear today.
Serious freedom. Goodyear, Goodyear.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hi-ho. Feed your tummy on the go. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Cold milk in a real cool jug. I'm a chug-a-lugging son of a gun. I said let me have a big old sip. I done a double backflip. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hi-ho.
Dean's Milk Chug.
Feed your tummy on the go.
Milk where you want it.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
From Meadowbrook.
Tender, juicy, great flavor, and exceptional value. That's what you'll find in every Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham. And Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is good for you because it's 98% fat-free. Perfect for a lower fat, lower sodium diet. Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is great for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And of course, freshness is guaranteed because Smith's is family-owned and locally operated in Erie since 1927. Slice the way you like it in your favorite deli. Insist on Smith's because good taste never goes out of style.
It's the most exciting time of the year right now here at Humes, Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, and Jeep in Waterford. The 2001s are here and more are arriving by the hour. Come check out the totally new 2001 Chrysler Sebring Coupe and Sedan. The new Sebring combines the thrilling power of an available 200-horse V6 with a precise sport car handling previously only found in expensive European luxury sedans. We've sure got a great selection now here at Humes. Come see us today. We're only 9 miles south of the Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
Part of today's football game here at the stadium, Father Scott Jabo, the headmaster of Cathedral Prep, is our special guest. And Father Scott, welcome to Image Sports. And let me first thank you, all the officials at Cathedral Prep, for making this broadcast possible.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to have you here and to allow the community around Erie to see a little bit of our players on TV. We look forward to a great game tonight. We've got great weather, and it's a good night to play football.
You know, both the county and the city cable are carrying the game live this evening. I know this is your first year as headmaster at Cathedral Prep. What are your duties?
My duties at headmaster is basically the overall CEO of the school. Last year I was assistant headmaster, and this year as headmaster I assume the duties of just overseeing the operations of the school, as well as being a person who deals with the PR and development of the school. Our school has a headmaster principal model, whereas the principal deals with the day-to-day operations of the school. The headmaster is freed up to be able to do some fundraising and try to go out into the public and speak about prep to the rest of the community.
You talk about PR. You're getting great PR with your football team and other false parts at Cathedral Prep, but not only from the sports program, you got tremendous kids that go to school. They're all there for one purpose, to get an education.
That's absolutely right. We're very fortunate with a very successful football team. It's a lot of free publicity, so to speak. But there's a lot of other things that are going on in this school. The primary reason the kids go to school, of course, is for an education. So we're fortunate at Cathedral Prep to have an excellent academic program as well as an athletic program. And being a Catholic school, we also like to highlight our spiritual dimension as well, to prepare our young men to go out and tackle the challenges that will greet them as soon as they graduate from Cathedral Prep.
Another factor is your student body, that the 11th man up in the stands.
The what? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, talking about your student body, the 11th man.
Oh yes, yeah. Our student body is phenomenal. They'll be here in force to support their classmates out on the field, and so I'm sure there'll be a lot of orange up in the stands. Kids have spray painted their hair orange, and they'll be cheering and wishing their classmates well, to hoping to see another successful game tonight.
Father Scott, I want to thank you for chatting with us. Continued success on your duties as headmaster at Cathedral Prep, and best of luck to you, the student body, and the faculty.
Thank you very much, and I really do appreciate you being here tonight, and we look forward to a good game tonight.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more right after this on the Image Sports Network.
At Raz Auto Body, your car and you are treated with class. From the moment Dave Raz meets you with your personal estimate, thanks Dave, to the professional repair work with genuine factory parts, to the final okay that your car's ready to go home. At Raz Auto Body, your car and you are treated with class. See Dave Raz at Raz Auto Body, 2516 Pittsburgh Avenue, the people's choice in collision repair.
Tender, juicy, great flavor, and exceptional value. That's what you'll find in every Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham. And Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is good for you because it's 98% fat-free, perfect for a lower-fat, lower-sodium diet. Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is great for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And of course, freshness is guaranteed because Smith's is family-owned and locally operated in Erie since 1927. Sliced the way you like it in your favorite deli. Insist on Smith's because good taste never goes out of style.
As an adult, you probably have a number of reasons not to further your education. But Gannon Center for Adult Learning is meeting challenges for change. We offer flexible day, evening, and weekend schedules for graduate and undergraduate courses. Or take advantage of our study-at-home options. And Gannon's financial aid advisors can show you how affordable it can be. There. That should clear things up. Gannon Center for Adult Learning. We're meeting challenges for change.
Yip, 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 yip. Mom, get a job. Career Concepts.
With so many good quality jobs available, there's something for everyone. And we have both full and part-time opportunities with temporary or permanent status. So act now. Call Career Concepts today at 868-2333 and ask for Nancy.
Yip, 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 yip. Mom, get a job. Career Concepts.
Get a job.
We're talking baseball with Jim Smith, the new head baseball coach at Cathedral Prep. First off, congratulations on your new appointment.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to be able to be named a head coach at Cathedral Prep and take over the baseball program for Stan Brzezicki.
I know Stan Brzezicki has done a great job over the years, and the one thing I compliment him on, not only outstanding baseball players, but certainly every year when they become seniors, they get scholarships and move on to college.
Yeah, he developed a legacy down there where if you're going to come to prep and play baseball, you are going to end up going to college somewhere and continuing to play baseball, and to get money towards your scholarship or towards your tuition when you go to college. And we're going to continue with that with the contacts that I have, and also with Stan's help, we're going to continue that tradition.
For people watching tonight for the first time to talk to you about baseball, what is your background?
Well, I went to Jacksonville State in my junior year of college down in Alabama, was first team All-American, and I was drafted in the 6th round by the Kansas City Royals. I made it up to AA with Kansas City, got through a period of shoulder surgery, ended up getting released after a few months in AA, picked up by the Brewers, and then I played for like 2 years in their system.
Well, I know you've got a a winter baseball clinic upcoming, and also looking ahead to next year, some of the key players coming back for the Ramblers?
Yeah, we have our annual winter clinic, and it's going to be pretty much the same as it's been in the past. You know, we're going to have different college coaches coming in, and a friend of mine that I played with down at Jacksonville State is Todd Jones. He's the closer for the Detroit Tigers. Matter of fact, he just got his 41st save last night, and will probably be named the Rolaids Relief Man of the Year in the American League. He told me the other day that if his schedule will coincide with it, that he's going to come up and do the clinic with us. And we're working right now on our trip. We're going to go to Tampa, Florida this year. We're going to play 5 games down there. Hopefully, we'll be down there for 7 days. The kids will have a day off, you know, with their parents that come down. And hopefully we're going to play some good competition down there. We've scheduled some games. We're still looking for maybe one more. And we have definitely some holes to fill with all the great seniors that left last year. And we have kids that are ready to step up. You know, Zach Klein's coming back, Aaron DeCourcy, Dennis Brandell. There's a talent pool there. It's just that we have to wait for the kids and see who's going to step up and who's going to be ready to start.
Well, Coach, good luck to you, and hope you have a great career at Cathedral Prep.
Oh, thank you very much. Me too. Thanks.
And we'll be back with more right after this on the Image Sports Network.
Students and faculty at Penn State Erie, the Barron College, are an effective resource for business in the tri-state region. Working with Better Baked Foods of Northeast Pennsylvania, they recently developed a comprehensive marketing strategy from packing to financing.
The reason that we contacted Penn State Barron was for the expertise of the professors and the class participation in helping us to roll out a national campaign.
Penn State Barron, making life better.
Oh, that hurts. Sometimes the problem isn't your driver. No matter what game you play, call the St. Vincent Sports Medicine Hotline. The St. Vincent Surgery Center. More people choose us for same-day surgery.
Now that it's that time of year for cleanup and fix-up, the Brandell children would like to remind you to
call us for that new roof or any carpentry repairs.
Give a new look to your rooms with wallpaper. How about a fresh coat of paint? Now that's a good idea.
One call really does do it all at Brandell Painting and Services. Please call today for your free estimate at 459-2856. Have a nice day.
I'm done.
Yip, 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 yip. Mom, get a job. Career Concepts.
With so many good quality jobs available, there's something for everyone. And we have both full and part-time opportunities with temporary or permanent status. So act now. Call Career Concepts today at 868-2333 and ask for Nancy.
Yip, 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 yip. Mom, get a job. Career Concepts.
Get a job.
Mike Mishler is our guest right now, the head football coach at Cathedral Prep. And first, Coach, welcome to the Image Sports Network.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Well, let me say this to you. First off, congratulations to you, your staff, and your football team on a great season and a job well done.
Well, thank you so far. You know, it's been going pretty well for us. We got a big game tonight, conference game, but you know, we just try to take everything week by week, and hopefully everything will come out all right for us.
What's the scouting report on Central Mountain?
Well, they're a little banged up tonight. Their starting quarterback's out, and we felt he was one of their best players. And you know, they played a okay game against McDowell. McDowell kind of took it to them, and you know, we feel we can run the ball, but we want to try to be a little diverse tonight and be able to mix it up, and you know, hopefully have an even balance of pass and run. Defensively, they run a bunch of different fronts, mostly a 50 team, but they'll also bump into a 4-4 every once in a while. So they're pretty diverse. We got to have our heads screwed on right now, you know, tonight, and hopefully have our be thinking the right way.
For people watching both on the county and city cable for the first time, seeing your football team in action, the keys to your offense and defense, some of the key players will be playing tonight?
Well, yeah, I guess our primary guy is our quarterback, Ed Hinkle. He's He came over from a wideout spot last year. We put him in there because of his speed, and he's got a pretty good arm, but he's also dangerous back in the pocket because he can take off with the ball at any point. So. Tim Dance is our tailback, and we have a real good offensive line. I can name them all, but we have Charles Rush, who's a preseason All-American, and Mark Harrington will start the right guard. Our center's Justin Gregor-Shesky, left guard's Matt Parsons, and left tackle's Dale Williams, and then Joe Dupre is our tight end. So we got some real big kids up front, and they move their feet well, and they open up the holes for Dance and Easter and John Hirsch.
Well, Coach, I'd like to thank you for taking time to chat football with us. Again, continued success. You have a great team. Best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks a lot.
And we'll be back with more right after this.
I'm Francis V. Klecker. We at the Klecker Funeral Home have been serving Erie families for 3 generations. We have the largest facility in Erie County and a wide selection of burial or cremation plans to fit your needs. Our 4 licensed funeral directors have a commitment to helping families through a very difficult period in their lives. For a pre-arrangement consultation, call 454-0156. Klecker Funeral Home, continuing the tradition of caring for over 3 generations.
Most of us have an idea in our minds that we'll know if and when we're having a heart attack. It's not always the chest pain that people think of. The 10 people that we see with potential cardiac complaints, maybe only 3 of those people will turn out to have heart disease. Don't be embarrassed. Get into the emergency department. False alarms are no problem.
St. Vincent Heart Center. More people put their hearts in our hands.
Yip, 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 yip. Mom, get a job. Career Concepts.
With so many good quality jobs available, there's something for everyone. And we have both full and part-time opportunities with temporary or permanent status. So act now. Call Career Concepts today at 868-2333 and ask for Nancy.
Yip, 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 yip. Mom, get a job. Career Concepts.
Get a job.
Out with the old, in with the new. I'm Terry McConnell. You should see what our T-Tech can do for you. I'm Tim McConnell. If your car or truck has an automatic transmission, you're going to want to know about this great service. The traditional method of dropping the pan to change transmission fluid only removed 30%, leaving a lot of dirty fluid behind. The T-Tech replaces nearly 100% of your transmission fluid, cuts down on maintenance, and improves your vehicle's performance. Stop by the oil change place. Come out in the bay. Watch our T-Tech in action. 6400 Peach, across from Wegmans.
Joanne Mullen is our special guest, the principal at Cathedral Prep. And Joanne, welcome to the Image Sports Network, and congratulations to you, your faculty, the student body, and the great job you're doing down at Cathedral Prep.
Thank you very much, Doug. It certainly is a pleasure to be here with you this evening. And we're looking forward to a great game this evening. Just add another notch to our good season, we hope.
You talk about PR, the football team's doing well, your soccer team is doing well. Academic-wise, at Cathedral Prep, you're doing well. The faculty's outstanding. What more can you add?
Not much, except that we hope to continue to grow. We hope to continue to improve. Also, our golf team is doing very well. All of our golfers qualify for District 10 next week, so we're real thrilled with them also.
Of course, the key, too, is the kids who go to school they're tremendous athletes, perfect gentlemen, and they're there to get an education and go on to college.
They are. They're very good athletes. Our coaches are very fortunate because the students are there because they want to be there. They feel that it is a privilege to put on a prep uniform and play sports for us. And also they have to maintain an academic standard, and if they don't do that, they just don't play.
You got any major projects upcoming?
The first one coming up is this Wednesday. We have the Harvest Gala coming up. It is strictly a woman event, I might say. Right now we have reservations for 435 females. They'll be there for dinner and crafts, and they also have a bake sale. And all of the proceeds for that go for financial aid for students who would like a prep education but can't afford tuition.
Joanne, I want to thank you for taking time to chat with us. I know you're going to get behind and root for this team this evening. Best of luck to you and continued success at Cathedral Prep.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. And we'll be back with more right after this. That wasn't too difficult.
Conway and O'Malley Goodyear.
Go where you wanna go.
Did you know Conway and O'Malley Goodyear is a full-service auto repair center with ASE certified master technicians? Bring your car to Conway and O'Malley Goodyear and they'll fix it right the first time. Plus, there's quality Goodyear tires to fit any budget.
From tires to tune-ups, come see the car care professionals at Conway O'Malley Goodyear today.
Serious freedom. Goodyear, Goodyear.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hi-ho. Feed your tummy on the go. Chug-a-lug, cold milk in a real cool chug. I'm a chug-a-lugging son of a gun. I said let me have a big old sip. I've done a double backflip. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hide at home.
Dean's Milk Chug.
Feed your tummy on the go.
Milk where you want it.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
From Meadowbrook. Tender, juicy, great flavor, and exceptional value. That's what you'll find in every Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham. And Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is good for you because it's 98% fat-free. Perfect for a lower fat, lower sodium diet. Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is great for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And of course, freshness is guaranteed because Smith's is family-owned and locally operated in Erie since 1927. Slice the way you like it in your favorite deli. Insist on Smith's because good taste never goes out of style.
It's the most exciting time of the year right now here at Humes, Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, and Jeep in Waterford. The 2001s are here and more are arriving by the hour. Come check out the totally new 2001 Chrysler Sebring Coupe and Sedan. The new Sebring combines the thrilling power of an available 200-horse V6 with a precise sport car handling previously only found in expensive European luxury sedans. We've sure got a great selection now here at Humes. Come see us today. We're only 9 miles south of the Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
Back live at Veterans Stadium along with Gary Drapshow. I'm Steve Bowen. Prep against Central Mountain. Gary, first of all, Central Mountain is a relatively new school. It the joining of two schools down in the Lock Haven area, and it combined a decent-sized AA school and a rather smallish AAA school. And they now have a quad A school in numbers only, but certainly not the numbers on the football field. They've had a difficult time making the transition from those two schools into the one.
It's almost like an expansion team, Steve, when you talk of professional sports. Everything's new, and we saw it happen here when Tech and Academy combined to form the now Central High School. And they had a little bit of a tough time getting going, getting the systems down. The kids, of course, didn't know each other maybe by name only from the different schools, and especially with a lot of different things.
We're having a little bit of technical problems, so we'll go over some of the starting lineups, and hopefully someone can can help us out with this stuff. As we mentioned, Central Mountain not only with a problem with numbers overall in the school, but also numbers tonight on the field, and probably most importantly to them, the loss of their starting quarterback, Phil Mann. You heard Mike Mishler talk about that in his interview with Doug Davis, and one of the problems that Mann presents is that he not only is a good option quarterback and combines running and throwing effectively, but the other thing is that he's probably their best defender from a defensive back point of view. So in his place will be Mike Masorti, and Masorti, number 14, this will be his first start at quarterback, and in fact he's not played quarterback since the junior varsity 2 years ago. He does have some skills, and in talking to head coach Mike Packer before the game, he said that one of the key things that Masorti does bring is a big heart. That's fine. I'm also kind of wondering whether or not he brings more than just a big heart, because they're facing, quite honestly, the beasts from the West. This is as good a prep team. I think, honestly, Gary, this is a better team than they had last year.
Yeah, that's amazing, Steve.
Yeah, I thought we had it. Not yet. Okay, we're still experiencing some technical difficulties. Anyway, Masorti will start at quarterback. The running backs will be Lee Perriman, and Perriman is the leading rusher for Central Mountain on the season, comes in averaging about 4.5 yards per carry, and starting in front of him, they're going to run a lot of I formation, will be number 28, Curtis Confer, and Confer is a kid that is in 10th grade. They brought him up from the junior varsity because of their injury problems, and it's a situation that Mike Packer just kind of shrugs his shoulders at and says, there's not a whole lot that we can do. You have to take who you can, and Confer will start. That doesn't bode well for Central Mountain against a Prep defense that is giving up less than a yard per carry, and in fact, it's to the point where most teams just forego the run against Prep for two reasons. One, they don't have any success, and two, by the time they get the ball, they're usually down 14-0 anyway, so they have to put it in the air. This is a solid bunch. Receiver is probably the strong point of this Central Mountain offense, with Brent Rippey, number 4, and Todd Corder, number 3. Both are starters from last season. Rippey is the leading receiver for the Wildcats, and Corder is their one deep threat. At tight end, Seth Schreckengast will start. He is a big, rangy kid, and that's all Mike Packer would tell me about him, is that he's big and rangy. And then we come down to the situation of front line versus front line, and honestly, it's not much of a contest. There are underclassmen galore on the Central Mountain front line, whereas Prep literally has starters from, in some cases, 2 years ago, and it's a solid, big front line. They know what to do. Probably the biggest difference in this game, if you take away the idea that Central Mountain comes in banged up, is just in the basics. The idea that Prep is schooled from, in a lot of cases, kids who went to parochial schools are schooled from 7th grade on. It's a great feeder system that Cathedral Prep has, and they certainly run the same basic plays as freshmen on the 9th grade team and on the JV team. And once they get up here, it's just a matter of repetitions, and this is a well-schooled, well-oiled machine, and they don't make many mistakes. They certainly have been lucky enough to have blown past everybody. I don't mean lucky in terms of they're lucky to be 4-0. It's just that they've been lucky enough that their schedule has allowed them to play a lot of kids. So they've developed depth as the season has gone along. Mike Mishler still says that depth is a problem for this team, but boy, if you look at probably the first 30 on this Prep squad, and my guess is that we'll see a lot of them tonight, they may be as good, if not better, than any team in the state of Pennsylvania. The front line for Central Mountain, the tackles will be Adam Mosier, 75, and 77, Bobby Miller-Mitchell. The guards, J.T. Bittner and Sam Kleckner, 66 and 64, respectively. And starting at center, probably the healthiest player on the entire Central Mountain team, and that's number 68, Ed Liedka. They'll be going against a Prep defense that has only given up 22 points per game, or I'm sorry, 22 points on the season. Even if they only gave up 22 points a game, it still wouldn't detract from their record. Defensively, Eric Field, Charles Rush, Dale Williams, and Matt Parsons across the front. Phil Lupo, Joe Dupre, and Brian White are the linebackers. Cornerbacks Josh Lustig and Jason Easter. The safeties Mike Romiak and Ed Hinkle. The captains are out at the center of the field for the coin toss. And this might be one of the areas that Central Mountain has some advantage in, that it's 50-50 who wins this. Central Mountain has elected to receive, and Prep will kick off and defend the south goal. This game tonight is brought to you in part by attorney Robert Brabender. When you need expert legal advice, call attorney Robert Brabender. Let attorney Brabender serve you in the practice of criminal, personal, injury, domestic, business, real estate, or estate law. For a no-obligation consultation, call the office of Robert Brabender today at 833-1400. Again, that's 833-1400. Tonight's game is brought to you in part on the Image Sports Network by the following folks: Meadowbrook Dairy, Conway and O'Malley Goodyear, Smith's Provisions, Humes Chrysler Plymouth Dodge, Mercyhurst College, Gannon University, Penn State Behrend, and the St. Vincent Sports Medicine Clinic and Career Concepts, the Tri-State's complete staffing headquarters. If you're wondering why you're only hearing one voice, we still need, still trying to work on some technical things. So maybe Gary and I can pass it off as we go. We're awaiting the playing of our national anthem, the color guard standing at midfield. And the Ramblers will be in their home orange jerseys, white pants and white hats. Central Mountain comes in, blue and white, the colors of the Wildcats. White shirts, blue numerals, royal blue pants, and royal blue helmets. What wind there is tonight is blowing from north to south, but it is negligible at best. It probably won't have much of an effect on the game. Again, the Ramblers will kick off. And set to kick for Prep will be 99, Mark Heidecker. Here comes Central Mountain, and we'll check to see who drops deep. One is 35, Lee Perriman. And I think he's going to be the lone deep back, and he will be. Glad you could join us tonight. A gorgeous night for football. Temperature right about 60 at kickoff. Not nearly as cold as it was last night atop the press box at Northeast High School. So Heidecker set to kick off, and if things go according to form, he'll kick it to the far sideline, and it's short. Taken at the 24-yard line and down at the 31. Tackle for Prep by number 4, Jason Easter. Also in on the play was number 80, and that's Gene Natale. So 1st and 10 for Central Mountain. And we're pleased to welcome back Gary Drapshaw. You didn't miss much, just
Thank you, Steve. Just the opening kickoff.
Yeah, nothing much. Central Mountain starts out 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. They go with double wide to the right side. The backs are split behind Masorti. And he takes a 3-step drop and attempts the pass out in the flat to number 4, Brent Rippey. Coverage on the play by Easter, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Good thing about this Prep defense, besides the fact they have 2 Division I players in there. Dupree, of course, going to the University of Kentucky. Rush has yet to make up his mind. They're so athletic. When you have athletes like they have, you can do so much defensively in terms of taking some gambles and switching.
And they do that a lot. 2nd and 10 now, backs in the eye. Single wide out, the give is to Perryman. He is snuffed out up the middle. Hello, Joe Dupree.
One of the things,
lost a yard on that.
Yeah, one of the things Dupree has done so well from last year, and you saw him progress so well last year, and that is being able to read and attack. You know, a lot of when you're an underclassman, you might just want to try to read and let the play come to you. He reads and then he attacks. You're going to see number 40 in the backfield a lot, I have a feeling, tonight, Steve.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt that he's 6'5" and 240 and is probably faster than any of the Central Mountain kids. 3rd and 10, backs in the eye, double wide to the right side. Masorti looks to throw downfield, and the pass is complete. Nice throw, sideline pattern, complete to Brent Rippey. And Rippey did a nice job of adjusting on that ball. He looked like he wanted to go inside of Easter. Took a look up and just went to the sideline. That's 1st down, Central Mountain, and that's something that we didn't expect was a pass of any kind from Mike Masorti.
Now, you mentioned in the pregame, Steve, that one of the strengths of this Central Mountain team was their receivers. He made a nice catch. The ball was well thrown, but he made a nice move to get open and a nice catch to finish it off.
And now there's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Central Mountain. They came to the line of scrimmage and had 12 men on the field. The ruling is now is that before you break the huddle, you've got to get everybody out who's going to be out. So actually, they're going to wave it off.
Wave it off. Maybe the referee miscounted. 1, 10, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is what
I don't think he miscounted. I think Central Mountain did.
Mountain miscounted, right.
They had 11 and one of the kids ran off. Now they go with double tight to the left side. Pitch is left side to Perryman. Gets inside the 40, squeezes out another 2 to the 38. Ed Hinkle in on the tackle for the Prep Ramblers. But so far, a nice job by the young and nicked up line for Central Mountain.
And you see Ed Hinkle kind of moving his arm around. That's the last thing Mike Mishler would like to see, would be his starting quarterback, who accounts for 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, whether he's throwing or whether he's running, getting hurt playing defense. But he's such a valuable player defensively, as he was last year, and as a punt returner, it's hard not to take him out.
Now they go with the 3 wide to the left side. Strong formation to the right. Here's Masorti, his pass knocked up in the air, and a couple people had a chance to pull that in, including 14 Mike Romiak. It was intended for Rippey again. Brings up a 3rd down and 7, the ball at the Prep 39.
Good pressure by Prep, and what Central Mountain did on their first 3rd down conversion was throw the ball to the outside in a one-on-one coverage against Jason Easter. It looks like he's got a little height advantage on Easter. We'll see if they try to do something with that again.
Now they have a double slot on the right side, and Porter is wide to the right. Masorti rolls that way, gets some pressure, lofts it up, and the Ramblers went after that wounded duck, and that's one of those plays that everybody oohs and ahs and says, why didn't he catch it? It's tough to make a break on a ball that you see the hand motion and then it flutters.
It looked like he had a man open, too. They really flooded the near side of the field with, I think, 3 receivers. One was right on the line of scrimmage. Another was about 5 or 7 yards deep. Another one maybe 10 or 15 yards deep. And fortunately for Prep, somebody got a hand on it, and it fluttered to the ground incomplete.
So they pick up a total of 30 yards in their first drive. They're forced to punt. Ed Hinkle deep to receive. And it's a liner that is angled towards the sideline. Oh, what a bounce! You'd like to have that on your 9-iron. 10:03 to play first quarter. Prep will have their first chance to move the football. We take a look at the Conway and O'Malley scoreboard. No score. Cathedral Prep and Central Mountain on the Image Sports Network.
Tender, juicy, great flavor, and exceptional value. That's what you'll find in every Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham. And Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is good for you because it's 98% fat-free. Perfect for a lower fat, lower sodium diet. Smith's Sugar Maple Smoked Ham is great for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And of course, freshness is guaranteed because Smith's is family-owned and locally operated in Erie since 1927. Sliced the way you like it in your favorite deli. Insist on Smith's because good taste never goes out of style.
We're back live at Veterans Stadium, and the Ramblers on 1st and 10 from their own 1. Played it simple and safe, and Ed Hinkle kept it and bowled his way for 6 yards out to the 7. A lot more running room now, Gary, and a lot more room to operate. They've got Lustig wide to the right side, and number 6, Joe Evanoff, is now split left. The give is to Tim Dance, gets to the 9-yard line and then blasted down. In on the tackle for Central Mountain, 32, Solomon Lohr, one of the linebackers. Prep goes with Hinkle at quarterback, Dance, and 33, Eric Field are the running backs. The wideouts, 13, Josh Lustig, Mike Barnes, number 1, and 6, Joe Evanoff will be the messenger ends, and the tight end is Joe Dupre. We'll set the line for you in a moment. 3rd and 2 for the Ramblers. Backs in the eye behind Hinkle. Give us to Tim Dance again. Looking to take the corner and does. Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Pushed out that time by Brent Rippey, but enough for the first down. The front line for the Ramblers, Charles Rush, Justin Gregorzeski, Matt Harrington, Matt Parsons, and Dale Williams. They're big, strong, fast, and here's evidence on the Meadowbrook replay.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do against Prep is really stack the line in the middle, because Tim Dance, and you throw in Jawan Walker when he eventually plays. I mean, they can break it and really turn the corner with really deceptive speed. I don't think a team like Central Mountain will see the kind of speed that Prep will show here.
Hinkle throwing the fly to Lustig. Good coverage that time by Lee Perryman. Ed Hinkle, a different type of quarterback this year, Gary, than Eric Carlson, but I think just as effective.
Yeah, he is, and I think he's the kind of quarterback that will be more efficient quarterback. Carlson had a gun for an arm. Of course, he was a great baseball player, too, and a catcher. Hinkle's more of that all-around athlete type of a quarterback, and he's shown it this year. He's run for a number of scores, he's thrown, and of course he, as we saw, returns punts and plays defense. So he's out on the field practically every play.
Backs in the eye, Lustig and Barnes both split wide to the left side. Give us to Dance. Dance dances up the middle and gets across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. Tackle made by 66 J.T. Bittner from his linebacker position. On defense, the Wildcats, we're going to put them in a 4-4-3. The line is Schreckengast, Casilio, Day, and Myers. Nesselrode, Bittner, Lohr, and Miller, the linebackers, and we're going to call their names a lot. They are 1, 2, 4, and 5 in tackles on this team. Then Glenn Dickey, Brent Rippey, and Lee Perryman are the defensive backs. Wide out to either side. Same formation, same play. And that's Easter who breaks out to about the 34-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 on the play. We'll take a look on the Meadowbrook replay. This is pretty simple.
He's had that one real fast there as he got through the hole and he almost broke it. And it's amazing the depth that Prep has at the running back position. I mean, Jawan Walker is not yet playing. He could be eligible to play and should be playing very soon, but you put Dance in there and you throw Easter back there. And imagine those three with Damon Sanders last year. So the running backs continue to come at Cathedral Prep.
1st and 10 for the Ramblers at their own 34. Play fake by Hinkle. Looks to throw downfield, has Dupre, hits him at the 40, 30, 20, and tripped up down at the 15. And that was Brent Rippey with a touchdown-saving tackle, but that one went 51 yards.
The big tight end, Joe Dupre. I mean, you're thinking the receiver, the wideouts, guys like Lustig and company are going to be going deep. And here's Dupre. Lustig actually went to the sidelines, kind of cleared out the middle. Great catch, Joe Dupre. I mean, that's basically a linebacker catching that ball, Steve, and he pulled it in, nearly broke it all the way for a tackle. As you said, a touchdown-saving tackle there by Rippey.
1st and 10 for the Ramblers, double wide to the left side, backs in the eye. Pitch goes right side to Easter, looks to turn the corner, field out in front. Gets down to the 10, a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5. Actually, that's Phil Lupo in at the up back position.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Lupo tried to clear that out and just missed the block on the defensive back. Actually, it was a good play by the defensive back on that side to turn that inside, or he might have had the corner, Steve.
2nd and 5. Actually, it's officially 5, but it's closer to 5.5. The ball at about the 10.5-yard line. First quarter, first drive for the Ramblers. 6.5 to play. We're scoreless, but Prep knocking on the Central Mountain door. And that'll be a procedure call against Prep.
Somebody jumping the gun?
Looked like about 3 people jumping the gun. Good thing for the Ramblers that they only mark it off against 1.
Yeah, the amazing thing about Prep, and I think they've won 16 consecutive regular season games, not counting the playoff games they won and leading up to the state championship game last year, is that they really make few mistakes. They're the kind of team that they're not going to get penalized in tough situations most of the time, and they jump on teams right away. This is a good example. If they can punch it in here on their first score, once again, they've got the other team playing catch-up.
Double tight end, Lustig the only wide out to the right side. Lupo in front of Easter. Play fake by Hinkle. It's got Lupo wide open out in the flat. Hits him 10-5. Touchdown Prep. A 16-yard touchdown pass. Ed Hinkle to Phil Lupo. And that one was well designed and even better executed. Lupo did a nice job on the play fake and carried it out to the flat.
Steve, it was almost the same play that Dupre caught down the field because Dupre was running down the middle again in the end zone and Lupo was cutting to the sidelines. And this time Hinkle went to Lupo, and Lupo was there to catch it and then made a nice turn and burst of speed to get into the end zone.
Heidecker in to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold. Kick is good, or no good. So with 6 minutes even to play first quarter, it's Cathedral Prep 6, Central Mountain nothing here on the Image Sports Network.
I'm Francis V. Klecker. We at the Klecker Funeral Home have been serving Erie families for 3 generations. We have the largest facility in Erie County and a wide selection of burial or cremation plans to fit your needs. Our 4 licensed funeral directors have a commitment to helping families through a very difficult period in their lives. For a pre-arrangement consultation, call 454-0156. Klecker Funeral Home, continuing the tradition of caring for over 3 generations.
This is our second game of a doubleheader weekend. Last night, an exciting game between Seneca and Northeast. Seneca winning 13-7. A doubleheader again next week. Friday night, the ECL game of the week is Northwestern against Harbor Creek, and that game will be played at Northeast High School because of the construction problems still at Harbor Creek. And then next Saturday afternoon, Mercyhurst against Saginaw Valley up at Tulio Field. Heidecker's kick comes down to number 30, that's Glenn Dickey, and takes it at the 20, and then gets it at the 22.
So again, Prep will try to force Central Mountain to give up the football deep in their own territory. I got to say, Steve, you guys have done a great job with those county games. I know we've been able to tape them back at the TV stations and run the highlights, and nothing but good stuff. Great football action out of the county. A 5-way tie for first place. So
yeah,
it's exciting, and it's nice that to be able to see that each and every Friday night here on the Image Sports Network.
We appreciate the kind words, and we have 2 of those 4-1 teams next week. Here's Masorti, looks to throw, and then across the middle, intercepted. That's Lustig at the 25, still on his feet, touchdown! Josh Lustig, 25 yards with the interception return.
Just good discipline, Steve, on the part of Lustig. The quarterback was looking to his right, and Lustig didn't go off his receiver. Stayed with his receiver, and with the quarterback turned back left on the Meadowbrook Dairy replay, there was Lustig still with his receiver. Good discipline. Was able to pick the ball off at the 30, and of course that wide receiver speed of his, great blocking.
Yeah.
Up in front of him, especially by Eric Field leading the way, and the Lustig touchdown puts them up 12-0.
A couple other players need to make mention. Jason Easter with great coverage. Masorti had to pull it in, and then Charles Rush got a big bit up there. Heidecker's kick is up and good, so with 5:43 to play first quarter, we take a look at the Conway and O'Malley scoreboard. Prep 13, Central Mountain nothing. Back with more in a moment on the Image Sports Network.
I'm Francis V. Klecker. We at the Klecker Funeral Home have been serving Erie families for 3 generations. We have the largest facility in Erie County and a wide selection of burial or cremation plans to fit your needs. Our 4 licensed funeral directors have a commitment to helping families through a very difficult period in their lives. For a pre-arrangement consultation, call 454-0156. Klecker Funeral Home, continuing the tradition of caring for over 3 generations.
Back live with Cathedral Prep football on the Image Sports Network, along with Doug Davis and Gary Drapshow. I'm Steve Bowen. Officially a 30-yard interception return by Josh Lustig. And Prep in pretty familiar territory. They've yet to play 7 minutes in this first quarter. They've already put 13 on the board. Heidecker might be the most tired Rambler of them all. Kicks again and again, kicks it to the far sideline. Dickey gets it at his 20, makes a cut now, makes another cut, gets out over the 30. Finally brought down at the 33-yard line. Tackle on the play by Gene Natale. That's his second big special teams tackle, Gary. He's been very active and talking to Bill Flanagan before the game. He said Natale's had a great week of practice.
That's the way you get playing time. Show yourselves on those special teams, whether you're covering kicks or blocking for kicks or punts or whatever. And Natale's did a good job tonight. And obviously, if they're kicking to a certain area, they have a certain coverage in mind, and Natale's making that work. It looks like Debray wants a timeout here, Steve. Somebody.
Absolutely. We'll be back to explain it for you in just a moment. Prep takes a timeout. Central Mountain comes out in a wacky formation. be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Cathedral Prep football here on the Image Sports Network.
Vans, Chrysler Voyagers, and Town & Countries have arrived here at Humes Chrysler Plymouth Dodge and Jeep in Waterford. Our new van continues to be the industry leader with sleek new styling and available convenience features others haven't even thought of yet, like a power remote operated liftgate and dual power sliding doors, built-in child seats, and the list goes on. And we've sure got them here at Humes in Waterford. We've grown into the Tri-State's largest minivan headquarters. Come see us at Humes today. We're only 9 miles south of the Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
After a communal "what the heck was that?" the timeout by the Ramblers, things I think are straightened back out. Central Mountain had informed the referees, this according to Rich Matlack. Yeah, this looks like 8-man football in Iowa. And they're going to throw straight down the middle to Perryman. Great job of intercepting the pass by Hinkle. He's at the 45, at the 40, 35, and finally dragged out of bounds is Ed Hinkle.
And that's why you can't take Ed Hinkle out playing defense. He is so valuable, reading that rather odd formation, Steve, and, there he is to intercept it.
We'll count it up for you after we'll take a look on the Meadowbrook replay.
Hinkle doing well, just playing the free safety position. They just tried to isolate one guy down the middle of the field, and they had him open for a while. The quarterback sort of let everyone know what he was going to do. Didn't fake at all to the players who were split out to the right, and Hinkle almost turns this into a third touchdown for Prep. Had knocked out of bounds near the 30.
1st and 10 Ramblers, double wide to the right side. Hinkle on the rollout. Pass back out, or the pitch back out to Dance, and good coverage that time by 16 Seth Schreckengost from his defensive end position.
Very nice, because Dance with that speed can turn the corner. He's got 10 yards on you right away, and Schreckengost was able to grab him by the ankles and drag him down for nearly no gain.
Ball at the 28-yard line, 2nd and 9 Ramblers. Now they've got Nate Trott split wide to the left side and Lustig far to the right. Backs in the eye behind Hinkle. Little crossing pattern to Lustig and just overthrown. Perriman on the coverage.
That's a pass that Eric Carlson last year used to throw very well, the little slant-in pattern. And not that Ed Hinkle can throw it well, but that was kind of his Carlson's specialty. He had a gun, he could step back there and throw those slant-in patterns. That one just a little bit behind Josh Lustig, who also made a nice catch out of it.
3rd and 9 for the Ramblers. Barnes back in. He split left, Lustig right. Dance behind Lupo in the eye. Straight drop back by Hinkle. Looks to throw and throws deep for Lustig. Touchdown Prep!
Now that's a ball that Ed Hinkle throws well. And one of the strengths of this team, and it's been that way down through the last couple of years as you take a look at it on the Meadowbrook Dairy replay, is their receivers. Look at Hinkle, great protection, keeps the feet moving, looks to his left, goes back to his right. But these receivers for Prep, Lustig, Hinkle last year when he was a receiver for Eric Carlson, all with great hands. We saw that a number of times, even in the state championship game, when Hinkle stole a touchdown away from a Central Bucks West defensive back. You put it in their area, Steve, and I think you got a good chance they're going to catch the ball.
High snap, kick by Rory Maloney, no good. So 4:34 to play first quarter. The score on the Conway and O'Malley scoreboard, Cathedral Prep 19, Central Mountain nothing. You're watching Cathedral Prep football on the Image Sports Network.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hidey-ho. Feed your tummy on the go. Chug-a-lug, cold milk in a real cool chug. I'm a chug-a-lugging son of a gun. I said let me have a big old sip. I done a double backflip. Chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hide at home.
Dean's Milk Chug.
Feed your tummy on the go.
Milk where you want it.
Chug-a-lug.
From Meadowbrook.
Back live at Veterans Stadium. Gary, you've got to give Mike Packer some credit because he hasn't just kind of packed it in, no pun intended. He really has tried a variety of ways to gain some yardage against this Prep defense, but 2 interceptions, one of them returned for a touchdown by Lustig, and really just solid offense by the Ramblers.
And they knew what they were up against.
Yeah, 19-0. Here's Perryman. Takes it at the 19 and knocked down. Nice shoestring tackle by Jason Easter.
At Central Mountain, a combination of Lock Haven and Bald Eagle Nittany from down in the central part of the states. Ben, as it was called, B-E-N, Bald Eagle Nittany, always known for its wrestling, Steve, if you remember. Great wrestling school. But you can tell that it's sort of a new thing, even the coaches perhaps. It takes a while for that chemistry to develop with players and coaches. But you're right, they're not packing it in. And down if they will. They've got nothing to lose. They know they've got half the season to go. And when you're going up against the #1 ranked team in the states and nationally ranked, it's not easy. They knew what they had to come to and play here tonight at Veterans Stadium.
Give us to Perryman. He goes off the right side. Pickup of 2 yards. Dupre on the tackle, 2nd and 8. One of the things that we are going to see from Prep, not only tonight but all season long, is that not a lot of tackles racked up by their defensive linemen. The linebackers' numbers are huge, but that's by design. The defensive linemen pretty much stand up and knock back the offensive linemen and allow for Dupre and Field and White and Lupo to really mess things up. As we mentioned, there's 33, Eric Field.
Right in the middle of it.
Yep. Loss of about a yard on the play. He'll bring up 3rd and 9. Ball back at the 26.
And Dupre is your consummate linebacker. Big, tough, but he's pretty quick on his feet. And a good leader out there as well. I mean, when you think of linebackers, you look at number 40, and that's the kind of picture that you have in mind. Guy with big shoulder pads, sweat dripping off of his chin, and he's just ready to buckle it up and hit somebody.
Of course, he comes from good stock. His dad is a star at Prep and also at Kentucky, but his dad wasn't nearly 6'5" and 240. 3rd and 9, Central Mountain from their own 26, and now they call timeout. 3:06 to play, first quarter. As we take a look at the Conway and O'Malley scoreboard, it's Cathedral Prep 19, Central Mountain nothing. We'll be back with more here on the Image Sports Network.
At Raz Auto Body, your car and you are treated with class. From the moment Dave Raz meets you with your personal estimate, thanks Dave, to the professional repair work with genuine factory parts, to the final okay that your car is ready to go home. At Raz Auto Body, your car and you are treated with class. See Dave Raz at Raz Auto Body, 2516 Pittsburgh Avenue, the people's choice in collision repair.
Back live on a gorgeous evening here at Veterans Stadium. Last night was a typical fall evening, a little on the chilly side. Tonight, a lot on the chilly side. But tonight the temperature's moderated a lot. It's probably still near 60 right now, Gary. Very comfortable, and of course this is a stadium that survives no matter what the weather is. 3rd and 9, Ramblers coming on a big rush. Now here's the quarterback, Massorti. Great run, but the ball knocked away and fumbled and recovered by Jason Easter. So that's the 3rd turnover in the first 9 minutes and 5 seconds of the game.
On the Meadowbrook Dairy replay, great run. You're right, Steve. And he had the first down. Here's Dupree chasing him down, and then Lustig, and it's Dupree making just one of those all-state, all-American type plays. He caught his arm and ripped the ball out of his arm after what would have been a first down gain, and Prep's got their 3rd turnover of the night.
1st and 10 Ramblers at the Central Mountain 43. Lustig wide to the left, Barnes split right, backs in the eye. Little delay to Dance, and nothing doing there. Great anticipation. 62, that's Jarrett Kitchen. Breaks through and drops Tim Dance for a loss of 5 on the play. Makes it 2nd and 15.
This play that Central Mountain's had all night defensively. Obviously, that's a missed block. I mean, he's right up front there, so somebody didn't block him or missed an assignment because he was right in the backfield to throw Dance down for a loss.
Yeah, the Ramblers run that delay pretty deep. Dance was a good 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he got the handoff, but Kitchen did a nice job of breaking through and stopping him for the loss. Double play fake by Hinkle, rolls right, now throws across the middle, pass intended for Lustig. And if he was a shortstop, we'd say great pickup, but you can't catch him on the bounce.
Doesn't count in football. That's a tough ball to throw because Hinkle, obviously moving to his right, has to throw back across the field. And Lustig well covered. And it was incomplete. Lustig, one of those receivers that, as we mentioned before, has the good hands. Another one of those all-around athletes. Made some great catches last year during Prep's run at the state championship for Eric Carlson, and he's back at it again this year. What a great guy to have split out for you when you're the quarterback.
And now they've got Tim Dance in a slot to the right. Barnes is flanked right. Straight drop by Hinkle, throws down the middle. Dance was in some traffic. That was a nice job of kind of funneling Tim Dance towards where the defenders were. And that was number 66 for Central Mountain, the linebacker, J.T. Bittner. He's played well, Gary. He's done a nice job on pass coverage.
Yes, he has. Again, it was Dupre kind of coming down the middle, and I think they were hoping, Cathedral Prep offensively, that the attention would be given to Dupre, and Dance would kind of slip around that and go about 5-10 yards deeper, and but Bittner doing the good job of clocking things up, not letting that happen.
Now Hinkle back to kick. Perriman deep, awaiting the kick. High and not deep at all. Bounces at the Central Mountain 23 and is downed at the 20. So as we take a look at the Conway and O'Malley scoreboard, 1:53 to play first quarter. Prep 19, Central Mountain nothing. This is Cathedral Prep football on the Image Sports Network.
But unfortunately, one of the things that we cannot...
Acting. Oh, how can I forgive you after what you did to me?
That's really good. Thanks.
Well, I found the people in Hollywood really smart and helpful.
You're adorable. What's your name?
Kimberly.
Oh, no, honey. We gotta change that name.
Pop the top of a Coke from specially marked bottles or canned multi-packs this summer and you could win $1 million. Why not you? Why not now?
I'd even do a commercial if I had to.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey, if the radiator hoses on your car are more than 2 years old, you need to replace them now. Sure, they may look fine on the outside, but on the inside, they're rotting away. Sooner or later, they're gonna break.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Don't let a broken radiator hose leave you stranded. Get to AutoZone and replace your hoses today.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
On the streets.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
It's not who you know.
My brother likes you. Usually he doesn't like anybody.
It's how fast you can go. Smoke 'em. The Fast and the Furious. Rated PG-13 at theaters Friday, June 22nd.
Anything in the mail?
Junk.
Hey, look at this.
What?
A credit card pre-approved. You know what that means.
You already have a credit card.
But it's pre-approved. What do you want? A trip to Bermuda?
The Caymans?
Yeah. Or a nice dinner out.
You know what I want? A house.
Using credit wisely is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the free guide on credit from the